What's good, and welcome to the Hip Hop Society, where we all just trying to get paid, bro. Fuck the government, next year I'm voting for Pedro. Don't need no Napoleon stepping up in the cage, bro. You feel the dynamite as it lands in your face, bro. And now, I'm back with another show, and you know, it takes two to tango. Sat with the boy who repped the corners at Stay Low. His lunch and Tyler Link, put some respect on his name, bro. What's up, Tyler?
Yo, what's up, my boy?
Welcome to the show, brother.
Good? How you doing, man?
Good.
That was a sick intro.
Thanks, bro. I do my best.
That was fun.
So basically, I got 7 questions to pop off at you. We're going to find out about your journey as a hip-hop artist in the industry and hopefully just create some fire content for the fans to indulge in. You ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it, man. So thanks for joining the show, first of all. And yeah, basically, so 2 days till the Daisy's performance.
Yeah.
Must be like a surreal feeling at the moment. Sharing the stage with some of the biggest and hottest talents in the industry. You got Jed, you got Denzel Curry, Westside Boogie. Not to mention the local fight. The list is endless. Tell us how you're feeling and how you guys ready for it.
Dude, I'm a little bit nervous, like I won't lie. I haven't really performed in front of a crowd that big before. Well, I did last year, but this is like, it's I don't know, it's something different about it. So I'm feeling like really excited. Obviously good nerves, but like, dude, it's a surreal feeling. Like I'm just really grateful. Like I get to be there on Friday.
Yeah.
I just wanna get up on that stage, dude. I just wanna fucking kill it. Can I swear on this podcast?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, fuck yeah. So yeah, dude, I'm looking forward to it. I'm very excited.
Yeah.
I'm itching to just get there, you know.
Understandable. Yeah. So there's always that pre-angst you get before like a performance or gig. If you're not a musician, you'd understand it. If you've got a big presentation to do at work or whatever, there's always that like performance angst. But I'm sure as you get up there, as you touch the mic, you'll just zone in, hit that flow state, and everything will be fantastic. Is it the same set as last year's, or is there a couple?
No, it's different. I've got like new songs. Last year I only did like one song.
Oh, really?
You know, I wasn't actually like doing a full performance. My manager at the time, Vaughn, got me on a set with Rari. She's a DJ, so I did one song with her, but this time it's like, that's why it's different. It's like a 30-minute full set.
Now you're focused.
I've been having to like rehearse and prepare with my DJ. And yeah, dude, there's new songs in there. It's basically quite a lot of songs from Garden Flavors, from that EP from last year. And then a couple new ones, a couple unreleased.
Dope.
See what happens.
Dope.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Yeah, man, that's sick, and I'm sure you're gonna have the absolute time of your life. And then once it's over, you're just gonna crack open a beer and chill and like enjoy the time.
Dude, it's the best feeling ever, dude. I feel like that you were talking about that nervousness, that angst feeling. Like for me, and I think Pretty Ugly told me this. I can't remember really who it was, but he was saying like, and he was right. It was like that. I mean, it obviously varies, but like for me, that angst, like. That adrenaline doesn't really go away till you get off the stage.
Yeah,
you know.
And
you'll perform. You could be killing it and whatever, but like you're still feeling.
Yeah,
that, like,
exactly. It's like we said, almost a surreal moment. I've never performed in front of a crowd like that. Much smaller crowds, like 3 gigs. So like even then, you still get that jittery feeling of like, fuck, I'm on stage now.
Yeah, dude.
But don't even worry, you're gonna kill it. Like your shit's hot, and like it's gonna be phenomenal. Yeah. So big ups to you for securing that performance and like all the blessings.
Thank you, bro.
Good luck.
Thank you, man.
Good luck for it. Now, before we get into your career as a musician, your path in life wasn't really aligned with music. I understand you went to school and then you studied a business degree at Gibbs. Tell me about how you managed to cultivate your passion for flavor whilst on a journey to the office.
Well, essentially, like I went straight after school. I went into Varsity. I went to Vega. I studied brand building and accounting there, and I finished that degree. That was 3 years, and then I went in to do my honors at Gibbs. I got accepted into it. Like I've always had like business has always been a passion of mine.
Yeah.
I was always very much interested in it, but I was always also very much interested like in music. I just love music. I used to write music. I used to write lyrics since I was young, you know.
Yeah.
But I never really took the time to like actually start making it until COVID happened. That's when I, you know, sat in my room, put the earphones in, put it in my laptop, and just like sat there and made the music for days on end, and actually brought like my lyrics that I would just write to life, you know.
Yeah.
So that's what got me into music, and then I went to do my business degree at Gibbs, but I didn't stay there because, you know, it was full time, and at the time I had opportunities signing with Universal Music. So I had to make like a decision, man. I was like, you know, it's either stay and like do some business shit, or I leave and just follow what I'm like passionate about.
Yeah, bro.
So, and I just felt like my gut was just telling me to obviously, you know, go out there and do what you love, dude. So that's what I did.
Yeah, and that's admirable. And for like other rappers or like upcoming artists who are watching this now and probably in the same position, maybe juggling a 9 to 5 while going to the studio, and then you just gotta, like you say, keep grinding, actually like do the work, make the music, make the beat, and the opportunity will come if you stick on the grind. So for you were lucky. I wouldn't say lucky, you worked at it, you made the music, and then the opportunity came. And it's scary to like, do I vary from business? But it's good that you went, got the knowledge, because most rappers think, oh, I can rap, like I can do it, but there's so much business you got to understand. You have to understand how the industry works, how business works.
The paper side of things, like the business side of things, it's so important, you know. And like I'm knowing that now because I'm doing a year now at ASE. I'm doing some sound engineering.
Fire.
So I learn about like the music business there, and it's just there's so much that goes into it. Like do contractual stuff.
Yeah,
you know,
I'm sure.
Contracts from labels, indie labels. You know, clauses, understanding the clauses, splits, royalties, Sam Rowe, public performance royalties, needle time, dude. Like there's so much more that goes into it than just like, you know, putting a song out on Spotify and doing live shows, man.
I have questions backed on those points that you just made, but like Sam Rowe is the biggest mission I've ever had to deal with in my entire life.
Bro, they don't make it easy.
They make it so difficult.
No.
I think my application's been with them for like 9 months.
Yeah, it takes a bit of time. I remember like hearing about it. It does take a bit of time. There's a big like waiting list, you know.
Sure.
Their members have increased like from, I can't even remember the number, but like to where they are now. It's been like a huge increase now.
Is it? And they probably don't have the staff to deal with the influx of.
But it's good. Like it's good. It's very important, man. Like
it's really good if they're getting more members. I mean, more people are making music, and it's just good for the industry as a whole. So big up to Sam Rowe. Keep doing your thing, but just come efficiency. We just need a little bit. I need my details. I need my. So you mentioned it's lockdown. We've all been COVID's running amok. We've all been confined to the weeping wallpapers of our apartments and houses, while most people sit scrolling TikTok and Instagram. I hear you cracked Logic Beatmaker and you started to dabble in the production of the actual music, like you just mentioned. Was this your first time engaging with the actual production of the music, and what came first, the beat pad or the pen? I know you mentioned
it's basically the pen, definitely the pen, because like, man, when I was like, dude, 12, 10, I was writing lyrics, you know, rap lyrics. Because I was so like, my mom got me my first CDs, and it was Kanye West's Graduation, Eminem's Relapse, Prodigy, Drake.
I just got chills.
Yeah, man.
Phenomenal album.
And bro, the best, you know. And I would sit there, like, listen to it and be like, whoa, like, just so obsessed with like these rappers and like the way they rhyme and the way their voice sounds on the song, and like, I would write out their lyrics and stuff.
Yeah, that's
and then eventually I would write out my own lyrics and just like, you know, keep on building. But then when it got to COVID, like, I figured out like how to get, you know, I was like, you know what, let me just try rap.
Yeah.
You know, because I never knew how to, bro. Like I tried, you know, different when I was younger, different applications, like stuff on your iPhone, like, you know, when you rap on your iPhone and stuff. And then I downloaded, I think it started with GarageBand first, because GarageBand and Logic Pro are a bit similar.
Yeah,
in terms of like Mac, being a Mac. So using a Mac.
If you're working on a Mac, it's you're familiar with the...
So I asked my one friend, his name's Sona. He's a DJ, Sona. And I was like, yo, dude, how do you, because those were my homies, and like everyone had Finsta accounts on Instagram, and they were making like these tracks, like just to like fuck around and play around with it, upload them to SoundCloud. So I'm like, you know, I want to do that. How do I do it? He's like, no, dude, just get a MP3, YouTube to MP3 converter online, get a type beat, put it in, download it, drag that into
the software.
Drag that into GarageBand. And then I made this track, and then I started playing with like the compression, the mixing, just like understanding, well, not really understanding what it was, but like just
trial
playing
and
with
error.
it.
Like you see,
and that was
what
so
does this
sick.
do? Oh, this lowers the reverb. What does this do? Oh, this distorts the lyrics.
Yeah.
And then you start getting an idea for what sounds you like and what you're messing with.
Yeah, and then from there it was just like, you know, I would make the songs, and like I would really like them, and I would always like from there just like always want to improve, always want to like, how do I get my voice to sound like this track? Like, how do I get the bass to sound like this? Why does it not sound like this? Etc. etc. How can I improve my rhyme scheme, my writing? And then, dude, it just like a snowball effect, man. Like,
for
started small and just went like, and then I'm here now.
Phenomenal, and that's what we call trusting the process.
Yeah,
I'm sure there were some of those days where you're sitting on Logic or GarageBand and you're sitting with this, maybe a vocal you've laid down, and just like, this sounds dog shit. What am I doing? I've been there, and then and then you play with it for like 7 minutes. You lay the vocal again, or hours it can even be, and then one minute you just turn a dial or something, and then the sound hits, and you're like, there it is. Yeah, that's amazing, and it's just like trusting the process. So that's dope. That's very.
What did you start using when you first?
Bro, so I'm still teaching myself how to mix and master. So I'm currently using BandLab.
Okay, I know.
Do you know BandLab?
But you want to do it yourself, like you don't have an engineer or?
No, so the music I have released, my friend who I went to school with.
He mixes it?
He mixes, he produces, he's really good. Wow. Den's the Human, check him out. That's free.
I know Den's.
You know Den?
Oh, yes. He did bass on my song Nowhere.
Yeah, for sure. Actually, remember him mentioning you now that you say, you know. Yeah, so I went to school with him, and he put together my tracks for me.
Okay, nice, bro. Yeah.
Which was really cool, but then since he moved to Berlin, so I've been looking for new producers and shit. But yeah, money's tight, and it's hard to pay all these producers like
bro.
Like for 2-3 songs cheap, they can charge you like north of 5K for. So you gotta know. So that's why doing it on your own is super valuable, because one, you
and I want to get into producing as well.
Then you can sell your service. Oaks need producers, you can sell it.
I think production's important as well, because it's like you're not only being able to speak through your lyrics, but you can also speak through your beat.
100%.
So it's like a whole cohesive
100%
ecosystem.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's amazing. Yeah, bro. So diving into early Tyler days, I say early, we're going back 3 years now.
Yeah.
To your first post on SoundCloud, you mentioned it, Crease Your Sneaks. Was that your first?
Wasn't my first, but it was like the first, I think, properly made song.
Yeah, so I was about to say this is a great sounding track for your first, but now you told me it's not your first. But the production, the vocals, everything worked. As an artist myself, I understand the stress of putting together a track, whether it be your first, your second, your third, or your fourth. It's not as easy as, like you said, just rapping into your iPhone. There's so much more that goes into it, the production, understanding the sounds and the frequencies, how to add this effect, what works.
Too much low end, too much high end.
Exactly.
De-essing. So much, dude.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like it can work, just finding a beat, rapping into your iPhone speaker and putting it on YouTube. You can go viral. But how many Oaks go viral? XX Tentacion. The only Oak that I know.
That's just always been wild to me, dude. Like, shout out, they're great artists, but it's like the mixing is it's something else.
And it's so important. So how has your style evolved? And it's only been 3 years, but like you said, you've been focusing on the production and how to unlock like that sound for yourself. How do you feel you've evolved since you downloaded GarageBand to where you are now?
Oh man, like dude, I've evolved in terms of style. Like I've brought jazz influences, I've brought soul influences. You know, my lyrics, my songwriting, the quality of the music, the production, and you know, I'm always evolving. You know, I'm forever growing. So
for sure.
Just to see like where I started from 3 years ago to now, it's crazy for me to look at because I can see like almost my mental headspace, my journey from that time up until now. So, I mean, I feel like. Well, the music I was making back then it's different because it was also me in like a different headspace.
Yeah.
You know, music's very much for me like where I am in the now. So, but in terms of quality and style, like I think it's exciting to see where it's going, and I'm always like changing. I'm always growing as an artist. You know.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Eventually, I want to do maybe some indie stuff.
Yeah, bro.
You know?
I'm sure you'll have plenty time to dabble in like all this, and like the minute as you get more prolific with the beat production, then you really have the freedom to go where you want with your sound. You know, because if you're buying beats from other artists and other producers, you can tell them what you want, but you're never really fully in control with the production and what the sound's going to be. But as you get more efficient with the beats and the production, you'll be able to really portray what sound you want to portray, and all those ideas you've got
for sure, bro,
will come out of the.
It's like why Kanye does it so well, you know.
Exactly.
And you know, even Tyler the Creator, dude.
Yeah.
Mac Miller as well.
R.I.P.
Yeah, dude, shame, man. Terrible. But also like. Just like for me, also even listening to a beat, dude. Like if you click with a producer and they know your style, and like they send you like a beat pack, I feel like the beats, you know, sometimes when you listen to it, like it brings out in you what you want to talk about.
Yeah, exactly. It like speaks to you. Like you may have lyrics laid, but you hear the beat and something else comes to your head, and you're like, hold on, that works. Or you're sitting on a verse for 3 weeks that you don't have a beat for, and then you find the beat and it just works. So I agree, and I think that I had that with Dean as well because we knew each other from when we were lighties. So he knew what I liked, he knew what I listened to, and I asked him for a beat, and he kind of knew what I would want to hear.
Yeah.
And it was a good point you make from early days, from your first track. It's like you just want to get a beat and you just want to lay vocals and just to see if you can do it. We all know we can do it, but like you need to see it makes sense.
Bring it to life.
Bring it to life. And then I think as you go on 3 years down the line, you start discovering more about your own sound, and it doesn't become more about just, give me a beat and let me make music. It's like, okay, I have an idea or I feel a certain type of way. Let me now portray this through my art, which is music. So it's awesome. That's amazing. That's amazing. So like I said, it's only been 3 years since your first release. Since then, you've had pretty good success, securing some deals along the way. Most rappers put in their 10,000 hours plus, not saying that you haven't, because 3 years is plenty of time to put it in. But the 3 years, 9 tracks, and you get the attention of UGM, Universal Music Group. Must have been an insane feeling knowing that you've put all this work in and now it's actually paying off.
Oh, dude, yeah. That was like, for me, sorry.
No, carry on now.
That was like, for me, one of the craziest feelings because like I'd always wanted to, obviously, like artists want to get signed initially. Some don't, some are very against it. But just to like get that, as you said, the attention from UMG, I got some attention from Warner before that. You know, just having these industry players like looking at me, following me on Instagram. You know, it was hugely like it was a huge thing for me, dude, and it was like very motivational for me. It just made me want to do more and more and more, and then eventually, like, you know, it just got to a point where they're like, okay, like, what kind of deal are you looking for, you know? Because eventually, I guess it just got undeniable, and I was very proud of myself. Dude, still am. So, yeah.
That's awesome, and I'm sure there are like plenty up and coming rappers who are also seeking that deal, like that you talk about, and I'm sure they want to understand, like, how does it actually work? Like, when you get into when you sit down with the execs or whoever, or the A&R, how do they structure the deal? Is it favorable? Do you get shelved? Do they immediately give you a team? How does it work? It's so like, the lines are blurred, like for independent artists to see kind of into major labels.
I mean, like, looking back on it, I got a lot of access to industry professionals kind of off the bat. Yes, they do give you a deal. It depends on what type of deal it is. You know, there's many different types of deals out there. There's a lot. So the way it worked for me was, like, I had a music lawyer who I got in touch with through John Layden from Mango Groove, who's a friend of mine.
For sure.
And he gave me this music lawyer's number, and, like, I would send him contracts, and he would negotiate. You know, even with my publishing deal, just negotiate, because obviously, you know, labels will put stuff in their favor.
Yeah,
you know,
of course.
Historically. I mean, that's just how it is. But also at the same time, they are investing in the artist, and they are spending money on you. So it's if you're gonna sign a deal, it's up to you to know, like, you got to recoup that. You're gonna have recoupments and stuff. You know, as far as shelving goes, I don't necessarily like. I don't know if that's an old school thing. Like, I didn't get shelved, thank God.
Yeah, thank God.
But I mean, like, I feel like that stuff can still happen. It just depends who the A&R is and who the exec is that you're working with, and
who the rapper is.
The relationship you have with them, and, you know, how you present yourself, how you carry yourself, and also, like, how much you just know. I guess there's a lot of factors that go into something like that.
Yeah, that's amazing. And then, how did you actually come to present your music to them? You said a lot of the guys seeked you out.
So my friend from Universal, his name is Nick Berger. What a G. He followed me on Instagram when I was still independent, and he was, like, sending me messages saying, like, dude, do you have like music to show I can show teams internally? And I was like, who's this dude? And, like, I look at his profile and I see it's like Universal Music. I do some research. Just, like, look at LinkedIn. It works, you know, anyway.
Checks out.
Yeah, so I'm like, whoa, like, this is so sick, dude. I was thinking, like, I'm gonna get signed, like, that day or something.
On your way
no,
to
bro, it's such a process, dude.
Sure.
So, like, as you say. So, like, dude, it's so me and him were talking. I would send him my music. He would send it through to, like, other A&Rs at Universal, the teams at Universal, etc., listening sessions, and, like, they were like, okay, this is dope, it's not what we're looking for, blah, blah, blah. Like, I would send through more. Eventually, like, I sent through Over Me, and he liked the song, and Universal liked the song, and then it was only when I made the music video myself for that song and pitched it back to Nick, that he sent that through, and they were like, okay, cool, what type of deal are you looking for?
Do you shot the video on your own?
I didn't shoot it, but I organized it.
The whole. Yeah, that's dope.
I paid for it myself and stuff like that. You know?
That's dope.
It was with Cameron Kernahan from Blacksmith Collective at the time, and he gave me, like, a really good price because he believed in me, and he did a really good job. Awesome. And shout out to him as well.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome, man. Yeah. And I suppose these labels want to see that you're serious about your craft, and you're not just
you need to put like an image with the brand, if that makes sense.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, your music's one thing, but they want to see, like, who's that behind the music? How do they carry themselves? From a brand point of view.
How can we market this?
Are they marketable?
Yeah, there's so much. Like we said, making the music's one thing. There's so much more that goes to actually being a rapper or an artist or a musician than just making the music. Because how many people are making music, and how many people actually make the big time? So there's more to it. But that's awesome, bro. And it must be insane just to have these labels looking at you. And it leads into the next question. So you sign with UGM. Then you start getting attention from more independent labels and artist management. You mentioned Stalo Records and Vaughn, your manager, ex-manager. We can talk about it. He snaps you up. For those of you who don't know Vaughn is the manager of the likes of Zulu Mecca, Pretty Ugly, Lord Cares, many more. He even managed the likes of Shane Eagle. So how was it working with Vaughn and the Stalo team, because they're cooking up some things there in that camp. And
bro, it was great. I mean, like, they were always really nice to me. They were real with me, you know, off the get-go. I met Shooter Coombs there. Great producer. He produced a lot of Shane Eagle's Yellow album. He's he's released a tape. He's done amazing stuff with Marcus Harvey as well. He's produced a lot of stuff, you know, and he's a really, really talented producer. So meeting him was great. He's also just a great person.
Yeah.
Vaughn's a great person. Lord Kez is a great person. They're all good people, dude. So, I mean, just being in that space was, like, lovely. It was nice having access to like-minded individuals, creative people. Mars Baby. Did a chat with Mars Baby. Pretty ugly. One of the most genuine people I've met in my life.
Yeah, shout out to all those guys.
All of them, dude. They're such nice people. I mean, like, it was so fun. It was great, dude. You know, I don't regret it for a second.
100%. 100%. And I'm sure the knowledge you get from working closely with, like, the likes of Vaughn, who's got a lot of experience in the industry, I'm sure he can impart some good wisdom and knowledge on how to maneuver the game and, like, what to do, what's favorable, what deals you can take or can't take. So it's always a good thing to get in those sort of spaces and connect with industry folk, because I know as an independent, you're sitting in your room or in your studio and you want to connect with all these artists. And something Stuggy T said to me, which I'll never forget, is he said that it's hard to make it in this industry without someone established putting you on. So so it's hard to get a look in, and it's almost gate-kept, the music industry, from an independence perspective. So it's really, like, nice to see that independent artists like you can make your way into, like, a camp like Stay Low, where they're doing amazing things. They connected with the Fiends, Bars and Jid and all those guys. So it's awesome that they're giving opportunities to guys like you to gain experience in the industry, give you the opportunity to perform at Daisy's, jump on a DJ set last year, dude. And it's amazing. That's what we need in the industry: more inclusivity and, like, willingness to collaborate.
Collaboration over competition, dude.
100%.
Like, collaboration.
We all need to eat at the table, so
man.
as well.
Yeah, dude. People are weird.
You couldn't have said it any better. People are weird. Like,
dude.
Like, I was actually listening to this podcast. I can't remember its name, and I'm sorry that I can't, but if anyone knows, put it in the comments. And they're talking about I'm a piano, and I think...
It's Mac G.
Hey?
Mac G's podcast.
It might have been Mac G's podcast. But I can't remember which American artist, and I'm irritated with myself that I can't remember, but he put it on Twitter, and he was like, I'm a piano to the moon, and he put the Nigerian flag. And I remember how annoyed.
Oh yeah, that was Sway Lee.
Oh, Sway Lee, yes. You remember that? Yeah. And then I remember this podcast, the hosts were getting just so irritated because they're like gatekeeping. They're like, no, piano's a South African thing, which it is. Don't ever get conflated. But it's like she was almost gatekeeping, and then the other podcast host was talking about how now we must collaborate and we must share the music with the world. So like you said, collaborate over competition. Don't push artists away. Bring them in, you know?
I mean, I always make a thing of, like, dude, if artists, like, a lot of artists, like, as you tend to, like, kind of climb the ranks in hip-hop, in SA, for me, I've experienced this. There's a lot of artists would, like, send their music to you, somehow get your numbers, and I don't know, like, they'll just send their songs on SoundCloud or whatever, their WAV files. And I always make a thing of actually just listening to it and giving them advice back, dude. Because I know, like, what it's like to send someone you look up to, like, you send them your music and then they just don't reply and they don't take you serious, you know? No, bro, like, empower people, like 100%. let them know that, okay, your music's dope, or like, this is what you need to work on, or like, whatever.
For sure.
You know? Someone takes the time to, like, send me a message and say how they appreciate my music and stuff, I'm gonna reply straight away and be like, dude, I appreciate you. Like, thank you, you know?
100%.
That's how you build a community, and I think building a community as an artist is very, very important, dude.
That's the way to succeed. And, you don't want to give off like an egotistical vibe, because there's so much that in the industry, and like you said, we know what it's like to be an up and coming artist. Like, I've been following your careers for the last 2 years since you linked with UGM and Stay Low, and like, whenever I see you doing bits, it's like, you don't want to get jealous. You want to be happy for the oak, and you want to give him his flowers, send him a DM. I can't believe you did this. You see him at the music awards. You say, "How's it? So happy for you." And then if you support other people, people will support you. So I respect that, and people must be more accepting to like up and coming artists. And sometimes, if you've got 200,000 followers on Instagram and someone sends you a DM, your ego might be like, who is this nobody?
Yeah.
But like you said, that nobody, if he gets a response from you, even a flame emoji, that just inspires him to get into the studio.
Dude, like at the end of the day, that nobody or whatever, like, dude, they're still people.
Exactly.
And also that dude with 200,000 followers, that dude with 1 million followers, that's also just a fucking human.
Bro.
We're all human beings, bro.
100%.
Like, whatever, your social status might be different, but at the end of the day, man, it's like, just treat each other like with respect. Treat each other equally,
100%. Yeah, like I can't add any more to that, because at the end of the day, like, we're all just trying to figure it out.
Yeah, man.
And some people get an opportunity where they put out a hit and they get all the listeners, and then the whole industry is looking at them. And some of the guys grind for 20 years before they get that opportunity.
Everyone's journey is different, dude.
100%. You know? So we just got to support each other as artists and understand that we're all coming from a place trying to figure out our
comparison is the #1 killer of joy.
That's an amazing quote. I'm literally going to put that down right as he said it. You'll see. But that's amazing.
Thank you, dude.
Comparison is the killer
of joy.
Of joy. Amazing. Amazing. Yeah. So since you signed with Stay Low, you managed 5 projects, including 1 EP with 6 tracks, namely Garden Flavors.
Yep.
You mentioned a bit earlier. The project was received well by the industry. By the looks of your socials, you're gaining quite a loyal fan base. They're bumping your music. How does this all feel to know that you've committed yourself to this craft and everything is sort of really paying off? You're getting your flowers where it's due.
Oh, dude, I'll be completely honest with you. Like, it's great, man, and I love it. But there's also now just being independent again. I'm figuring it out. You know, just like I've been so used to having a label and, you know, stuff like that.
And like resources
and access to these things. And now it's like I got to kind of, you know, figure it out on my own, backpedal a little bit, which is fine, dude. I understand there's setbacks are part of life. And sometimes you need to learn. You need to like get thrown in the deep end. You need to learn to like, you know, grind yourself, like do it again. And just figure it out, dude. The journey is like, you know, even if it's like this and it's still progress, you know. Progress can look like that or it can look like this, dude. But as long as you're moving up, like you're moving up. So I wouldn't lie, there's times of self-doubt. There's times I'm insecure. There's times I don't like my music. There's times I question it. And then there's days I feel fucking like fantastic and feel like Superman and shit. But it's all about balance. Like it's the yin and yang. You're gonna have your bad days. You're gonna have your good days. So, I mean, I'm grateful for it, dude. Like I'm actually very grateful that I actually get to, you know, record music and put it out there and you know, have a cult following, have a fan base. I'll always be grateful for that. So, you know, no matter where I am in my career, I'll always know, like, as long as I keep doing what I'm good at, and one thing I can't get taken away from me is my talent.
100%.
So as long as I still have that, dude, it's yeah. It's
and
great.
the passion, as long as the passion's there.
Always, man. Yeah.
Like even like you said, like being independent again. You say it's a setback, but it's not a setback because what you gained from your time with the labels will just propel you.
It's all
further.
lessons. Yeah, you're right, dude.
My mom has a saying. She says, "A season, a reason, or a lifetime," and she usually conflates it to like friends are in your life for a season, a reason, or a lifetime. And you can take the same sentiment for being with these labels. Maybe it's a year or 2 years, but what you learn from that and the experience you gain and being behind the curtain, you're going to take all that knowledge, and the next deal you get offered or the next collaboration that presents itself, you'll know exactly how to move, you'll know exactly what to do and what not to do.
Lessons and blessings.
Lessons and blessings, exactly. And Yeah, that's amazing. And have you got any new cooking anything for your fans? Can they expect some new music
next year? I think.
Yeah, you don't have to give anything away.
I'm not gonna give a date away, but I am working on new stuff. I've made a couple new songs. You know, I'm kind of itching to release them, but like when
take
the
your
time's
time
right,
with
dude.
You don't want to rush the release.
But it's sounding great. Got some new music. It comes out when it comes out.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Well, thanks, Tyler, for joining. And before you go, do you mind giving us a little bit of a performance?
Yeah,
If you don't
100%.
mind. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you so much for watching this episode. It's been your boy Lunch and T-Link, Tyler Linkman. Fantastic to have him. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, drop a comment if you enjoyed the episode. Peace out and away. Fantastic. Awesome stuff.
Mic check. Yeah. Let's take a minute to sit down. Tyler really spitting this shit now. Ascended into heaven, came down with some white clouds that flow holy. Mobbing like I'm Tony, Johnny Sacrimony. Boy, you better watch your homie, he don't fucking know me. Rappers isn't rapping, only capping, phony acting, mostly whacking, never happen to learn. You a member of the faculty, I'm top of the firm. Big swag on the kid, homie, iller than germs. Okay, I'm tired of losing sleeveless dime piece in my sheets. I'm sipping scotch on the rocks, P wings on my feet, completely insane. Rolling, throwing dust in the J. Divine timing in the way that I be dropping, hopping out of the range. Really stellar with the flow, they know I'm rhyming better. Sipping Stella, finest down and dripping Tuscan leather. Colder weather when I'm rolling through the city center. Fed up with these rappers, some factors that need addressing. Is fake chains and thugs, I ain't showing them love. Above the average motherfucker flow is showing them dust. And you can't trust every homie giving you hugs and shaking your hand. Really that be part of their plan. I always been fly, always going inside. What you need, motherfuckers know the style and flow I hold is too unique. Better cheddar, get them, motherfuckers know it's not for free. Pockets full of cheese, please get up off your fucking seat. You need cojones to can fuck with me. Jeez, these rappers really need some time to breathe. Matter of fact, all these fucking raps are cracking knees. Please, always close, make them bitches freeze. Peace.
Woo! Tyler Linkman, everybody.
Yeah.
Make sure to check his music out on Spotify. Tyler, let them know your social handles. Where can they
Social
find you?
handles is Tyler Linkman. That's TYLERTIL. Oh wait, TYLERLINKMAN. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, everything.
Tyler Linkman, you'll see it at the bottom of the screen. Check him out and go stream his music. I'm sure by the time this comes out, he would have finished his Daisy performance. Everyone, go big him up in his comments. Let him know how well he did. I'm sure you all saw his performance, and I'm sure it was fantastic. So, peace out, and I'll catch you in the next episode.
Peace. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Was that good?